Yo, we back. We are back, guys. How you guys doing today? I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are up. So we are back, man. We are actually back, man. I hope you guys are doing well, man. God bless y'all. And yeah. So I've been getting a lot of not I've been getting. I keep saying I've been getting, but I haven't been getting shit. But I have another video to watch on classes, especially on Path of Exile 2, because I'm really, like I've said before in my last video, really excited. I might actually try this one out. I'm eating and shit, yeah, but yeah, you know, we got a video to watch today. We got this to watch, and I think we got another one to watch. I could be wrong, but yeah, let's see how it goes. Yeah, but anyways, guys, we're back. You know, but yeah, man, holy shit. So yeah, let's get right into the video. Path of Exile 2. Which class is right for you? Wait, that actually rhymes. What the? What's going on, you guys? But yeah, man. So I there's another video that a friend of mine just like literally just told me to like watch. So, yeah, since I was so interested with the classes, I was like, you know what? I might as well just watch a video on the classes, each class, and see which one I gravitate towards. It's by this guy called Italian Spartacus. I said it right. I must have said it wrong. And so yeah, I'm gonna watch the video. It's a 22-minute video. And shit, I hope you guys are here with me. So let's see how it goes, man. Shit, let's go.
Path of Exile 2's early access starts tomorrow, and the floodgates will open on a whole realm of possibilities.
So I guess this video came out when the early access was happening. Like I'm still torn about the early access because I just don't I just see it as like a early access to me seems like it's a incomplete game, but hey, I guess this game everybody just loves the fuck out of this game, so I'm just gonna not even criticize, not even say shit. So yeah.
With 6 classes to choose from, it can be hard to decide which class is right for you. So in this video
Bro, that
today,
shit look
I'm
crazy.
going
Hold on, is my that shit look good? Hold on. 1080p? I gotta put that shit at 40
to cover all of the
1440p.
information of each class on a high
Hopefully it
level
looks
to
better
help
for
you
y'all.
decide which one to play on Friday. If you're a veteran of Path of Exile and you've
Okay.
been watching tons of content up to this point, you will find nothing new in this video. I want to be respectful of your time and be transparent up front. Before we
Okay.
get started
Bro, this still this part
in this video, I want to be
right here
respectful of your
is still crazy. So are each of these dots like maps or levels and shit? Because it seems to me each dot is a level.
time and be transparent up
Or it could be like Mario Party or some shit. It's like you move your character, but you're not actually in the level.
front.
Nah, I
Before
don't
we get
know.
started,
That's crazy.
let me just say that there is no best class right now, and no one really knows how any of these classes will truly play. This is early access, and everything is going to drastically shift throughout the year or so
Hmm.
of this process. With
Hmm. Yes, this is early access. Okay. So it don't matter which one. It don't matter. Like honestly, like so they're bound to change throughout the years. Okay.
6 more classes coming by the time we hit launch.
6 more classes? We got 6 more classes to go. How much? How many classes does
This
this
video
got?
will not tell you the best or the worst.
I think this class got like yeah, like
I'll simply be
holy shit.
explaining the classes so you can play what you like the most. Fuck off what the internet says and enjoy the game however you want. Maybe you don't enjoy your first class,
Bro, it's yeah.
and then you pivot to another one once you learn the mechanics. That's fine. Just
Mhm.
take it at your own pace. If you're new to ARPGs or this game as a whole, you'll have more than enough chances to play everything multiple times over. You can
Okay.
go ahead and navigate to any part of this video that interests you the most using the chapters
I I have a question. Does starting a new starting a new character, is it like do you have to pay to start a whole new character? Because I've been noticing there's a lot of games that have been doing that lately. That if you want to start another character, you have to pay to do that. If that's the case, if that's the case with this game, I am not going to do that. I'm gonna just go with one class and that's it.
about the timeline and the description.
I am definitely not
And if
gonna be
this video
paying to
ended
start
up
a whole new
helping you,
class. I'm gonna be
please
like,
don't
nah.
forget to like, comment, or subscribe, as that does help me out in a huge way. Lastly, I'll be streaming this game on my Twitch, where I'll be giving away my extra early access keys, as well as plenty of other stuff on launch on Friday. You can find a
Yes,
link to that
sir.
below. Let's get started here on which class is right for you in Path of Exile 2.
All right,
So
let's
as we
go.
jump into this, let's start off with the best way to actually build out a character. And it just follow three cardinal rules. The first one is you're going to select your ascendancy first. Every single
Okay.
class in early access has 2 ascendancies. In launch, they will have 3. So when the game fully launches, you'll have
Whoa.
12 total classes to choose from, with 3 ascendancies per class.
Oh shit. So ascendancies are like I'm I'm gonna guess the ascendancies are like how do I say this? They're like you know how if you play I play some of like okay, so I played a good I played a game called Maple Story. So Maple Story, if you choose like the generic adventurer, right? You kind of I think once you hit level 10 or some shit, they make you choose a class in the Maple Story. Like they make you choose a class in Maple Story if you are a like if you choose the generic adventurer route, you could be I think you could be a warrior or you could be an archer, you could be a pirate or some shit. You could be I think another one was like what? I think it was like a pirate, archer. I forgot. But yeah, like so I guess this is what it is. So you would have your generic character right here and then you get to pick and choose which one you want, which side you want to go. You can either go this side or you could go this side. Huh, okay. That's cool.
Class. Ascendancy is really the only thing that matters when it comes to selecting your class, because outside of that, the only thing that's different is where your class will start on the passive skill tree.
Mhm.
Everyone uses the same passive skill tree, only specific classes have access to specific ascendancies, which then drastically change the way you play the game.
Bro, the map is crazy. The map is actually moving. It's like a movie caravan and you're walking on it. I've never seen a game like this before. Hmm.
If you're coming from like a Baldur's Gate, think of an ascendancy as a subclass, more or less. You're
Mm.
going to be playing this class however
That
you
that's the word that I was looking for. A subclass. Subclasses. There we go.
want, but the ascendancy adds a specific flair in a certain direction for certain abilities. Take the Pathfinder, for example, for the Ranger. This makes it so you can take advantage of concoctions and do a
Oh
lot of
shit,
poison
that's
damage, give you a
cool.
lot more movement speed, or maybe, the Gemling Legionnaire for the mercenary. Now you're going to have a whole bunch of benefits
Oh
towards skills.
shit, that's
Whatever
cool as
those
hell.
ascendancies are, focus on that first. You'll choose that and go, okay, that ascendancy looks really
That looks cool. Like that actually looks pretty cool. I like how he's putting so
cool. I like the
what is this thing? Like is it like a skill is it like they say a skill gem, right? From what I remember. It's like a skill gem. That's so cool. So
Journalist, okay, that means I have to make a witch first. Then you're going to decide your weapon sets and skills. Now, you don't need to
mm,
actually choose which skills you want. What I mean more is, you know what? I want to be a character that uses a mace. I want to be a character that uses a crossbow, a spear, a bow and arrow. Focus yourself around
sorry if you guys can hear me like chew on food. I'm sorry. But one thing, hold on. I'm sorry guys. But one thing that I want to say is that I definitely, right? Am gonna either choose an axe or An axe or a spear. One of those two. One of those two. Hopefully they give me the choice to do that. But yeah.
Around the weapon set, because that's going to be agnostic to the class you select. But
And the which weapon it is gonna be, I want the support gem or skill gem or whatever the fuck it's called. I definitely want it to be like lifesteal. Cause I feel like this game with hella mobs coming right at you and shit, you definitely need like some life steal on that motherfucker, bro. Like that's how I'm seeing it. That's how I'm seeing it. I could be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong, but that's how I'm seeing it.
because you will choose weapon specialization gems that allow you to choose whatever skill and sets you want. But choose those things for yourself as a decision to, like, hey, you know what? I want to be a witch. Again, that uses bow and arrows and whatever it is. Just choose those things for yourself.
Oh,
And
wait, hold on,
again,
hold
that
on. What
uses
was
bow
that?
and
What was
arrows
that,
and whatever it is.
bro?
Just
He look at that. That shit is crazy.
choose those things for yourself.
Nah, man, nah. That shit is fucking crazy, bro. No, no way. Oh shit, that's so cool,
And
man.
lastly, one thing you should focus on is a defense or damage mitigation of whatever type you want. Maybe it's evasion, maybe it's dodging out of the damage, maybe
Okay,
it's using energy shields, maybe it's using a
bro. I still don't believe this. That the skill tree is that like is that huge. I don't believe people can fill this whole thing up, right? Like I think you have to choose one side of the skill tree. You can't just fill everything up because you'd be just too broken, right? I think it's just one side that just goes and then boom, like that's it. That's how I'm seeing it. That's how I'm fucking seeing it. So yeah. Oh, excuse me.
shield itself, like an actual physical shield on the warrior, whatever it is, you want to make sure you have one of these online. Every time you progress through one act, you will lose or you will get a 10% penalty to your resistance.
What? What did I mean? I'm confused by that. Wait, what did he say?
You will lose or you will get a 10% penalty to your resistance. So having some sort of
Oh no
actual
way.
damage mitigation button or focus in your character is absolutely crucial. This isn't just simply
Okay.
a Path of Exile thing, even though it is a big Path of Exile focus. It's something that you use even when you're playing Diablo. It's typically you want to have one strong movement and or defensive skill on your bar.
10% punishment? What? I could be wrong. Somebody maybe he just said it wrong and I'm just thinking I'm being slow right now. Maybe I'm just being fucking slow.
The same thing is present here in Path of Exile 2. So with those two or those three rules in mind, let's now break apart each class to help you decide which one to play. And we will start with the one class I am going to play, and it is Warrior. I'm focusing on this because I want to try to
Nah, that looks so cool. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. I like the whole jump, and then I like how the character jumps and slams on the ground. That shit is so cool.
make a Death Knight build, but we'll see if that's actually possible. And Warrior is a melee character that's going to be using slower, heavier hitting attacks compared to, say, a monk, which is much faster, but slower, heavier hitting attacks that build up
Okay.
stun while also summoning up totems to provide additional status effects.
Oh
The
shit.
Warrior is really dynamic and cool in the way that Warriors typically are. They're usually very one note, but you have this ability that a lot of these big winding attacks will say,
Oh
hey, I'm going to target
shit. That's so cool. So, oh man, that's so fucking cool. No way. That's cool as hell. Like I like how he's hitting the floor. I think one of the skills is like he's hitting the floor, and then the floor is like with it has that whole like fire or whatever it is. That's
my
so
mace
cool.
and slam it down, but I can change the direction of that at the last minute. Maybe
And it
something
has a shield too.
died, maybe I have a new target, whatever it is. This gives you a lot of really
But it seems like you could die fast, man. Look at all these mobs coming. Like I feel like you could die
fun
easily.
mobility built into
It
the
looks
warrior, but
fun.
that's true of any character in the game that is playing melee. You can divert your attention in the middle of your attacks, which is
Hmm.
very cool. But warriors also utilize war cries for additional support.
War
In addition
cries,
to those war cries,
bro. That boss look crazy. I'm sorry that I keep pausing, but it's just like I just refuse to believe that every level has a unique boss. Like it's not just reskins.
Those war cries
That's
get support
crazy.
gems. Every single skill in this game will get a support gem that will modify, add to, reduce the cooldown recovery of whatever it is. You have 5 gems that you can socket into these skills to make them very dynamic and different. Like you can make it so that the war cry does certain things whenever you do
What
it
the
that would be
fuck is that bomb? What the fuck is that bomb?
outside of the
What
purview
the
of the
fuck?
skill on its own, which is a very cool mechanic.
You have a
Also, the
shield?
survivability of the warrior is built into their usage of a shield. And the
Mm.
shield in Path of Exile 2, which is unique to ARPGs, it will 100% negate damage that is thrown your way,
Really? 100% negate damage. Hmm.
except for
Interesting.
unblockable attacks. The
Except for unblockable attacks. I mean, that makes sense. But every attack, like every, except for unblockables, like, damn, 100% negate. Hmm.
kind of caveat here, or the trade off, is that while you're blocking, you will build up a stagger meter. And if
Yep.
that stagger meter reaches the top, then you will be stunned. Just like if you're playing, say,
Oh,
like an
shit.
Elden
Okay.
Ring or Sekiro or any other kind of, um, I guess those are typically called action RPGs, but any kind of Souls like game.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the warrior then has 2 ascendancies: the Titan, which does large AoE and single target damage that is burst melee focus.
Oh, that looks cool. I might go with that one. I might go with that one. Earth, a Titan, the Titan one, the Titan side or the Titan subclass. I might go with that one.
Focused. That is the ascendancy if you want to strictly just do a lot more melee damage. Your other ascendancy is Warbringer, which utilizes a lot of
Warbreaker.
utility that is focused on buffing up your actual shield, your totems, and your war cries. So it gives you a lot more utility built into the character. You will
Mm.
enjoy the warrior if you like playing the barbarian in any of the Diablo games, or in general just like playing a two-handed or sword and board style of character. Now,
If I could, I probably if I had to if I choose warrior, I want to get the Titan part and then like fucking and fucking use an axe, bro. That shit's gonna be cool.
I
It's
will
gonna be
argue
so
here that
cool.
the sword and board style of a warrior is going to be different from the future Templar that we get, but still, this is the sword and board style
Templar, we
character
got a Templar class coming up. That's kind of pretty cool.
that you can get right now because you're using a mace and a board. Next up is the sorceress, and this one is
Mm.
very straightforward, right? A sorceress and a warrior are kind of like old faithful, right? Like anytime you think of
Bro,
those
that's
on a
cool too.
sheet,
Holy
it's the
shit.
same in almost every single game. And
Hella range and AoE attacks. Like holy fuck. That this is right here. I can see why a lot of people play this character or this class because it just to me it looks like you could really just go all out.
that's true here when we're taking a look at Path of Exile 2. We're using an elemental spellcaster focusing on lightning, frost, and fire
Look at
spells
that.
and
She's
damage. What's
running
unique here
around,
about
bro.
Path of Exile, though, is that you
Bro,
can
look at the
combo
lining.
these things together. Maybe you put down a firewall and then you use a static
Nah, that's crazy. That's broken.
ability, and the static charges that go through the firewall now are imbued with fire damage.
Nah, that's crazy. Fire and lightning, and then it combines together. Do they have like a fire tornado? I mean, like, can you do wind and like, can you do wind and fire, and you can make hella fire tornadoes? That would be fucking cool.
So you'll be doing a lot of this comboing together with the sorceress. And it's something that the monk does as well, which will be our next thing to talk about. And by doing that,
That's so
it allows you
cool.
to chain together these elemental spells in ways that are entirely unlike any other action RPG out there. You can really have a lot of fun focusing on a lightning frost build or a frost fire build or a fire
Mm,
lightning build or whatever combination you really want to lean into. That is what's present here in the sorceress.
So it seemed like they don't got a wind. They don't got wind attacks. Okay. I feel like if they had that, that would just be too broken.
Now, the sorceress has 2 ascendancies to choose from,
Okay.
with Chronomancer, which focuses on a lot of cooldown recovery, time manipulation, and mobility focused
Hmm.
um, things like spells and skills and abilities. They have got like 3.
Oh, damn, that shit look cool. That shit look cool. Holy shit. So like Echo, technically, from League. Let me stop.
active skills that they get that will completely shut down time. They'll have them revert back to where they were before with the same health and everything like that. Kind of like Tracer does in Overwatch, where you press her ability and she'll
Okay, Tracer too.
jump back to a previous point with that health that she had at that point. So you get that built into the Chronomancer, which is a lot of fun. And the cooldown recovery too makes it so that your abilities are almost always online, so you can cast tons of spells, just rapid fire and like a crazy
Oh,
machine.
wow, that is
Your other
so
focus is Storm
crazy.
Weaver. Now, are skills that focus on increasing your
Bro,
crit
look at the
damage and your crit
fire.
chance, and it plays with status effects like shock and chill as well. So, if you want to
What
lean
the
into more of a
fuck?
heavy burst style
Nah, this is crazy. This is crazy.
of damage or more damage as a whole on your elements, then Stormweaver is definitely going to be for you.
Bro, the way that the player is like chaining all of the spells and stuff is just insane. I feel like this is honest. Him saying that this is there is no best character is like, bro, there is a best. I mean, not best character, best class. I feel like this is the best class right here.
Versus Chronomancer, which is focused more on manipulating the game world or the cooldown recovery and kind of speeding you up within that realm. Now, you'll
Holy
enjoy the
shit.
Sorcerer, or you'll like the Sorcerer if you enjoy Sorceress from Diablo 2, Wizard from Diablo 3, and Sorcerer from D4. Any type of pure spellcaster character, you're going to really enjoy the Sorceress. Now, to blend both the monk and the warrior
Okay,
together in
okay. This is the one that I was like interested in when I saw the Lazy Peon his video and he was playing monk. So I was really interested in this one. So let's lock in. Let's lock in.
kind of a simple way, we've got the monk. This is a melee character that utilizes high speed evasion techniques
Mm,
to pivot their character mid
mm.
combo or skill to maximize movement while tapping into their elemental abilities. Think Last Airbender monks and not Diablo spiritual monks. While there
Okay.
are spirit attacks and light based
Bro, the belt is so cool looking. Like him, man, that is crazy.
damage in the monk repertoire, you are really focusing on elements more than anything. And
Hmm.
it's that huge focus on skill comboing that we talked about earlier
Oh my
and
gosh,
chain
that
them
looks so
together
cool.
for your melee attacks and your elemental
Oh,
ones
that look
to create
airbending.
explosions and the such. Like you can summon up
That's so cool, man.
like a frost wall of something and then hit it with your staff and it shoots shards everywhere.
Oh
Or you can
shit, that's
summon a
so
bell just like you
cool.
can in Diablo 3 with the monk and do a lot of really cool things with that as well, chaining together different elemental attacks and damage. Now, our two ascendancies here are Invoker, which is elemental focused ascendancy, giving bonuses to evasion, energy shield, and other elemental focuses to get desired effects. Like
Okay.
elemental expression is your kind of capstone ability here, which will do a specific element of damage based off of an attribute. So if you want
What the fuck? How are they able? Who sat down? Who is making these like characters, like these classes? Who's sitting? Who's doing this shit? Whoever did all of this shit, man, you gotta give that man a raise. Or her a raise. Him or her a raise. Golly, bro. This shit is crazy. The combat looks crazy already.
to focus on strength, you'll do fire. If you want to focus on dexterity, you'll do lightning. And if you want to focus on intelligence, you'll do frost. So you get to
Wow.
choose that element you're
That's
focusing on
so
and
cool.
the attribute to get the desired effect. Now, the other one here is the Acolyte of Chayula, not to be confused with Cholula, one of my favorite hot sauces, but this swaps your elemental effects for chaos damage. You're a dark monk, a chaos
Dark
monk,
Monk.
and swaps spirit with darkness to make a high damage, bursty character with a high risk, high reward play style because you have to balance that darkness lest you take damage. And it's a really cool style of gameplay that's going to warp how the monk plays, but it
Mm,
seems to be like it's going to be a really fun one. Now,
mm.
you'll like this
That's
class
so
if you
cool.
enjoy similar to a mix of the D3 Monk and the new Diablo 4 Spirit Born, with a focus on elemental damage rather than purely light based damage. If you've played Diablo 3 and you played Monk, think like more of like a seven-sided fist, seven-sided
Okay.
palm attack, whatever it's called, or the
Bro, the combat on this one is
Wave of Light
crazy.
Monk, but with elements. It's just kind of to make a real easy one-to-one. Moving away from
Bro,
Well,
okay.
the melee, let's
That's
talk
so
about
cool.
mercenary.
Right now, okay, right now, I'm like torn. Like I want to play monk, but warriors how but warrior is good too, but also like sorcerer is good too. Like, bro, I'm like torn right now. I don't know which ones to choose right now.
Now,
Let's keep
mercenary
going,
is
bro.
probably going to be the most popular class. It's the one that a lot of PoE 1 veterans are very excited for, but it's a
Oh,
ranged
is that the
character that focuses
blicky?
on different ammo
That man got the blicky. No way. We got blickies now in here? Nah, that's kind of crazy. You got a crossbow? Bro, that shit looked like a shotgun. Like the way that it was shooting.
types
Look,
to create desired
nah, that's
effects
like a
such as
shotgun
armor
right there.
piercing, explosive rounds, etc., all linked to their crossbow. Also
Oh,
comes complete with other support abilities such as grenades and traps. It currently, though, has a big focus on crossbow, but you can expand out to other skills from other classes as you open up more weapon
nah,
specializations.
look at that,
Remember,
look at that, look at that.
no matter what class you
That's
choose, you can use all the
crazy.
skills in the game. You just have to get the weapon spec to do them.
The
And another big thing too is
blicky. That shit look crazy. Nah, nah, this look crazy right here. This is crazy right here. They actually brought somebody that you could shoot guns in here. Well, it's not really a gun. It's a crossbow, but still though, it's still cool.
well, we'll get into this at the
That's a
end of this section because it's
shotgun.
kind of how this character plays and you'll like it if type of thing. But our two ascendancies for the mercenary are Witch Hunter, which is a big focus on doing
Yeah, that's cold. That's so cold right there. That's just so cold, bro. That's aura right there, man. That's aura.
big upfront damage to healthy targets, meaning if they have full health, you'll do anywhere from 5 to I think it's like 30% additional damage. And then you do your damage is pretty cool. And then you get Culling Strikes, which basically insta gib anything that has low health. So it just allows you to push through tons of content very quickly, I would think, as we kind of look to see what these skills look like on the mercenary, on the witch
Hmm.
hunter. Overall, though, they're about debuffing and inhibiting in an aura around you to reduce enemy recovery. There's also another thing that gets you 20 more
Oh shit.
passive points towards weapon set. If you don't know what that means, don't worry about it. We don't really know how that factors into the game just yet.
Wow.
If you do know what that means, that's a cool ability.
It's a stink
It just
bomb?
means that
Oh
basically your
shit.
weapon sets, rather than having 20 points to play with, they've got 40 points to play with, which allows you to go two vastly different directions with your weapon sets, which is very fun. Now, your other ascendancy is the Gemling Legionnaire. This is a very straightforward ascendancy that focuses
Bro,
on
look at
giving
that. Look at that.
all of your skills
Bro, like shooting like he got a machine gun, bro. No way. And it's like the crazy thing about this character is that you could flip, you could switch like elements and shit. But I mean that's no big deal because like the sorcerer does that anyways. And I think all of the classes do that. So I don't know why I'm making it seem like this is like such a big deal, which is not. But it's still cool looking.
buffs, more skill accessibility because you can reduce the amount of I'm sorry, it gives you more skill accessibility because you
Bro,
can
he
use
got
your
the blicky. That's
highest
crazy.
stat attribute to access skills you otherwise
I
would
might
not
get
have
this one.
access
I
to.
might
So,
get
for
this one,
example,
man.
if you had 150 dexterity, but something requires 100 intelligence and you don't have that, well, it's going to go off of your dexterity, which is really cool. They give you more skills outright. It just gives you 3 more skills to play around with. And it also gives you the ability to have your support gems give you defense by granting you resistances.
Yeah.
It also grants you more attributes from inherent bonuses as
Mm.
well. So it's a really cool ascendancy that doesn't really add a ton of like specific flavor in that,
Hmm.
hey, you're going to do more explosive shot damage or
Bro, that
more
shit was
focus on this
crazy.
element.
Y'all did
No
y'all see that?
flavor in that,
That was like
hey, you're going to do
fireworks, bro. Look at that.
add a ton of
Yo,
like
he shot it down,
specific
and then look at what he did. He shot down the lightning, right? And then he shot down another bomb,
flavor in that,
and that chain created
hey,
that.
you're going to do more explosive shot damage or more
Bro, that is
focus on this element. No,
crazy.
it just means that you have more tools at your disposal as a result of the Gemini Legionnaire. Now, you'll
Holy
enjoy this
shit.
class if you want a slower paced demon hunter from D3 or Diablo
Now
3.
you
The
enjoy this
devs said
class if
outright
you
that it's like playing a
you enjoy this class if you play hella hell divers. That's this is the class for you. If you play hell divers and you love this shit, you love the game, and you want to play like this game, this is your class for you right here. This is all you.
a twin stick shooter from like a console game where
Yeah.
one stick is movement based and the other is aiming. So I think that if you like that style of game, and a lot of people really do on console, this is totally going to be up your alley because it will also be an entirely unique way to play the game.
Hmm.
Ranger is going to be the next range class we're going to talk about. It's not going to play like this
Wow.
because
Okay.
you're almost playing the crossbow like you see like a sniper rifle or an assault rifle in a lot of these kind of twin stick shooters. That's the kind of style that they were going for.
Mm.
That is how the mercenary plays. And
Okay.
like I just hinted at, Ranger is our next range class. So this is going to be very conventional style. It's another range class with this time focusing on mobility, bow and arrow, and flasks. The
Mm.
mercenary had a little bit slower of a pace, but it still does have mobility built into it. The
Hmm.
ranger has tons of mobility because a lot of the bow and arrow abilities are are mobility abilities as well. How many times can I put ability and bow and arrow into the same sentence? I just did it.
Mm.
So the high mobility of this class makes it seem like it's geared more towards quick snapshot.
I don't know, man. I feel like okay. I ain't gonna lie. The Ranger doesn't sound or doesn't look appealing. I could be wrong, man. It doesn't look appealing to me. He just looked like a generic like archer, and you just shoot, and it has like shoot arrows, and it has like uh 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 um elemental stuff.
Arrow attacks with high dodge and evasion to get out of tight spots. And then the flask gameplay also adds to this with get out of jail free type of mechanics or flasks that empower you with poison damage.
Mm.
Ranger also, though, it's not just about poison, they can do lightning and frost damage as well from their bow and arrow attacks.
They got
So
poison.
very much of a conventional style of archer character from an action RPG perspective, but also a little bit more of a faster pace.
Mm.
Now, for our two ascendancies, we have the Deadeye, which focuses on increasing your projectile amount, more bow damage, overall just increases you being better at
That's
bow
so
and
cool.
arrow as an archer. Then the Pathfinder is our other ascendancy, and it's a heavy focus on the flask gameplay of Ranger,
Mm.
even adding special elemental focused flasks called concoctions. Also, though, has a lot of poison bonuses as well as movement.
So you just got one poison class and one very high poison class, and you got another that's like I think high elemental, but it's just they move around too much. That's how I'm seeing it.
Speed buffs to make sure you're zipping around the map pretty quickly with that cool stacking movement speed. You'll enjoy this class if you like playing bow in Dragon's Dogma 2. A lot of
Mm.
very similar skill styles, like even some of them look like a 1-for-1 conversion. Like
Yeah.
there's an ability in Dragon's Dogma 2 where you jump, evade, and shoot behind you. It's Ranger has a skill that's like almost exactly like it.
Mm.
And any of the archer builds from Diablo 4's Rogue, it's going to play very similar to the way that the Ranger is going to play in Path of Exile 2. And our last class is the Witch. This is the
Okay.
current summoner.
Okay, so this is the last class, guys. So far, I'm torn between I said archer. I'm torn between warrior, monk. What was the other one? What was the other one that looked at? The crossbow guy. What is it called? Let me look. Let me look at it again. I'm torn. Mercenary. Yeah, mercenary and like sorceress. I'm like torn between those four because they're all four of them was good. Ranger was just like, it just seemed Ranger seemed like it didn't seem that cool to me. In all honesty, no hate towards y'all Ranger fans. Just to me, it didn't seem
In
uh,
Path of Exile 2, it's a
appealing.
heavy focus on chaos,
Oh,
curses, and of
cool looking.
course, summoning. But here's the really cool thing about how they're approaching this in PoE 2.
Hmm.
Summoning this time around is automatic. It's pulled from your spirit currency to summon up the max allotment of summons.
Whoa,
What this
whoa! So
means
you
is
got your own gang with you? That's crazy.
it's catered to your choosing. So maybe you set a max of 3 mages and 4 warriors, or a mix in some zombies, or skeletal clerics and reavers, whatever it is. This frees you up to spend more time casting spells and less time summoning. You don't have
Mm.
to keep constantly looking at what your summon meter is at. I realized I lost one of my mages, or I lost one of my warriors, or what have you. The game automatically resummons them up to your spirit max. It uses the
Mm.
spirit not necessarily as a currency like it would for your mana, it uses it by capping it off, right? It creates a reserve of it. So if you have, let's say, 100 spirit and it costs you 50 reserve for all of your summons, then you only have 50 spirit that you can access outside of it, if
Mm.
that makes sense. So for you
Okay.
Path of Exile 1 veterans, the permanent summons from the Witch do not use corpses. They only use spirit. Anything that's
Wow.
temperate,
Bro, that's crazy how you get your own like mob, and then you could like use them to fight them. That's pretty
because
cool.
you'll have
Look at
some
how many mobs like she could summon. That's
temporary summons that are
crazy.
like, oh, you like Unearth does temporary summons. Those will need corpses to be utilized. Our two ascendancies for which, though, are the Infernalist, which focuses on demonic pacts to outright turn you into a demon and
Mm.
leverage your health to give you more spirit, mana, or energy shield, as well as converting your damage to fire and chaos.
Wow, that
You
looks
also get the ability to
cool.
summon an Infernal Hound, which is
What?
nice, but don't look at this as a summoner focused ascendancy. It's definitely not. It's definitely more focused on being a literal demon. You'll change into a succubus, which is pretty sick. Now, your other ascendancy is the Blood Mage, which
Blood
utilizes
mage.
your health to cast spells rather than mana and focuses on a lot of crit chance and crit damage, as well as increase
Wow, nah, I don't know about that one. Nah, I don't know about that one. You could die easily with that, right? If you're using your own health to cast magic, you could die from that shit. Especially if you're in a high level area that's like the mobs are like coming at you like fast as fuck, and it's like chipping away your health that fast, and then you're using that this subclass, nah, you probably go and die easily.
increased energy shield effects and efficiency. Their curses also last longer, and their spells leech life. So you will
Oh, okay.
enjoy playing the Witch
Leech life.
if you like playing any summoner in any ARPG. I mean, this is the Necro through and through, right? But also it could be pretty much any other summoner from last epoch or what have you.
Bro,
But
look at how
that
many
brings our video
mobs.
here to a close. Again, we just went over everything on a high level, and now you hopefully have a better understanding of how these classes are going to actually play in the game,
Mm.
rather than just here's the entire list of skills, here's a passive skill tree. If you're brand new to this game, brand new to this genre, that's a very daunting thing to look at. Instead, I just wanted to break out how this class should hopefully focus, assuming you are just choosing the skills that the class starts with. And what I mean by that is, a warrior starts with a mace. A
Mm.
witch starts with a wand.
Mhm.
A monk starts with a quarterstaff. Mercenary starts with a crossbow. Ranger starts with a bow, so on and so forth. Which means then that they start with those skills as the natural progression for that character. But you can be a ranger that uses a mace if you want. You can be a witch
Really?
that uses a bow and arrow, like I
Are you
said before.
serious?
Whatever you want to do and whatever skills you want to leverage, you can build into them as you see fit. So this, again, just gives you
Wait, there's no way, right? You could do that? Nah, that's crazy. Nah, I don't believe. There's no way.
some direction to how things will work on just a base level without getting too crazy, custom, bespoke,
So
whatever.
you're telling me I could have a crossbow and I'm a witch and my subclass is blood magic and every time I shoot a monster it me have because I have a crossbow already, I could just shoot the mobs and then I'll gain life steal from it. That's what they're trying to tell me, or is there like a trick to that, or is no.
Whatever the hell word you want to use right now, into this build process. And hopefully now you have a little bit of an idea of how to approach this. Choose your ascendancy, find what kind of weapon makes sense for you, and then figure out a defense to make you allow you to survive in the increasing difficulty from act to act, and you're good to go. Experiment, have fun, fail a whole bunch of times
Mhm.
because it's early access and none of it matters. It's
Right.
not going to get wiped, but it's all going to be put into its special early access season after the game launches, where you can access the character but you can't put any of the stuff onto the characters that you make after early
Wow.
access
Okay.
launches, so or early access concludes.
That chest
So
look
just have
crazy.
fun with it, treat this entire time as a point to learn the game and the mechanics, and I think you'll enjoy it and you'll actually stick with it more than trying to do the best thing and just end up faltering because it's so convoluted in the initial approach. And if you have any tips, you're a Path of Exile expert, and you know what, hey, I've played 500, 600, 7,000 hours, whatever it is,
Mm.
let it be known in the comment section below. This is what people are saying. This is what people are recommending against and what have you. Because this way people can break into the game and have fun and stay long term rather than breaking into it and bouncing off immediately. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching here today. Have a
Yes.
good one and take care.
Wow. That was a really great video. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna give this guy a like. That was such a great video, honestly. Like, man, that was really good. I'm right now. Okay. One thing. Okay. One class that I know I'm not gonna play is Ranger. Ranger just seemed generic and like it didn't seem any like cool looking to me. So it was like, all right, that was easy to not play. I'm really torn between Warrior. I'm torn between the Warrior class.
With the Ascendancy
Hold on,
support
let me mute real quick. The Warrior class because of and if I do play the Warrior class, I'm playing the Titan Ascendancy or whatever it's called. If I choose that, I'm definitely choosing the Titan Warrior. Look at that shit, bro. Look at this, man. Look at this shit. Like y'all gotta look at this. There's no way. Like, bro, Earthbreaker. Oh my gosh, bro. Look at that. Boom. Oh my gosh. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. Look at it. Look at how he jumped. Look at how he jumped. Boing. Oh man, this is crazy. Yo, like I'm sorry. I think this is the one for me. That and then I'll play the Titan if I was in the warrior mode. I don't know about this one. I'll play Titan mode if I was in a warrior. And then like sorcerer is good too, man. I like how like sorcerer you could chain magics and shit. Like this was cool. Like this was so cool. Like she put the thing down, the flare down, and then she shot some lightning, and then it just started going ham. Like everywhere is just like lightning and fire, just going all out. Like that is broken. This looks broken to me. This looks broken. And then like what else? What else was like broken in the sorcerer? Yeah, like this too. The ascendancy for sorcerer is cool too. The time one was cool. Like stop time and hit them. It's like Echo kind of from League of Legends. Like look at that shit. Holy fuck. That's so cool. What's next? And then this one, the elemental one, this is so cool looking too. Like this one is just so good too. Got high damage elemental like character. Like holy fuck. I feel like sorcerer is the one class that has the wait. I'm choking right now. Maybe mercenary does have like both of the ascendancies are really good. You can't really choose. Look at this shit. Even so now Monk was cool too, kind of. Um, because I like the whole airbending theme that you're going with. The airbender thing. Aang the airbender is crazy. Look at that shit, man. Nah, that looks so cool. Like, look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's so cool. It looks fun to play. And then you got the dark one. Let me see. Oh my gosh. Mercenary. Now this is crazy. This is fucking crazy. Look at this shit. Look, the blicky! The blicky! The blicky! Look at that. Boom. Oh man, that's so No, man, look at that. That's a railgun, bro. Shit. Oh man, that's so fucking cool, bro. The mercenary is so cool. Wait, but I'm really man. That's a whole shotgun, bro. And then like the subclasses for them is so cool looking. Wow. Amazing. And then what else? What else is the other subclass? I forgot. Bro, this was cool too. This was cool. Look at what he does. Like I said, this was so cool. Like look at that. That was so cool. I think it's gonna show up. It's about to show up soon. But look, the guy literally shoots down. Like, hold on. Is it this one or which one is it? Yeah, yeah, there we go. He shot down like he threw some lightning shit on the ground, and then he threw some bombs on top of it, which causes this shit like the firework thingy, firework explosions. That is so cool. Just mowing them down with your blicky, bro. The blicky. You know damn well that they wanted to make this a gun, but they wanted to, they want to keep it medieval and not bring it medieval style. This is literally like that's a shotgun, or that's literally a shotgun. This is an AK. Wow, that shit is crazy. That's so cool. And then Ranger was like, it's alright. This is the one class that I don't care about. And then Witch was okay too. The only thing I liked about Witch was that you got your own mob with you. So yeah, man. I don't know, guys. Man, I'm really torn right now. I think I'm either gonna go with like, oh man, this is tough. This is really tough, man. It's really tough because I don't really know which one to go for. But yeah, like this is really, really tough right now. I might have to really sit down and like think over it and shit. And then one thing, like I said before, guys, are you able to create more characters, or do you have to pay to create another character? Because if that's the case, then I'm gonna have to just choose one character, one I said one character, one class, and just stick with that. Like that's it. Because I ain't no way I'm paying to create another character. Hell nah, I ain't doing that shit. Got me fucked up. But man, this game is something. This game just keeps getting better and better. Honestly, I just don't know, bro. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna just end it off right here, man. Um, what you guys think about it? Do you guys like it? Do you guys don't like it? What are your classes that you guys are playing right now? Um, and yeah, like and what technically what are your classes and what do you guys like about it? And that's about it, man. Um, but anyways, guys, I'll let y'all go. Um, like and subscribe. Definitely give this guy a shout out and shit. He's pretty good. Italian Spartacus, really great video. But yeah, man, like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll catch y'all. So God bless, and y'all stay well. All right, peace.